got a nice ride to it. It's like the Boys of Summer kind of thing. You know what I'm saying?
Good stuff.
I love that song.
Kenny Chesney, Somewhere With You from Hemingway's Whiskey on 103.5 WEZO. 6:45. He, by the way, is going to be at the Colonial Life Arena in May. And if you want to win some tickets, WEZL.com, keyword win. Chance to win.
That'd be a good show up at the Colonial Life
That's the
Arena.
big one. That's the one that's got everybody on it.
Yeah.
They'll bring the whole.
That'd be a huge show.
At 6:45. Is this weekend the weekend we're building a house?
19th.
It's the 19th.
Next Saturday.
We're talking about the Sea Island Habitat for Humanity. We're going to do a Weasel Volunteer Day. They've been real short of help here lately. And
they've got a new couple of houses going up in a subdivision called Eva Cove, west of the Ashley, and they're really. This is the house that we started on Martin Luther King Day.
Yeah.
And they're running a little bit behind, so we figured we'd try to help them.
Where's Eva Cove?
It's over off Bees Ferry Road. From here, from Mount Pleasant, maybe 15 minutes to get there. It's not far at all. Some of
on
the
the
houses,
Bilo end, on the Shadow Moss end, or on the 70?
If you turn left on Bees Ferry Road off of Glen McConnell, it's like a quarter mile down the road. It's right there.
Okay.
But,
and what's the deal? We show up a week from Saturday?
Yep, on the 26th. We're looking for 35 volunteers for the first shift, 20 volunteers for the second shift. The first is from 8 to noon. The second is 1 to 4 because they always take an hour break for lunch. It is on a Saturday. If you want to volunteer all day, they'd love to have you do that.
What are we going to be doing?
Whatever they need us to do. We might be hanging some siding. I think the roofing is going to be done because I roofed last week and they were just about finished with that. So it'll probably be siding, grading some of the dirt, inside work. Probably a lot of that. I don't know if they'll put you on anything with a motor on it. Oh. They might give you a shovel and a rake.
Well, no, I don't want to do that.
But that's the cool thing about Habitat. You don't need to have any experience of anything.
What kind of? I'm curious. What kind of? Because you've been doing this now for a long time on Wednesdays, and I'm curious. What kind of folks are still volunteering for this? Who do you see show up for
I see a
Habitat?
lot of the college kids. Matter of fact, last time that I was there last week,
when you were roofing.
When I was roofing right next to a lady from Alaska.
Oh, they're part of that Job Corps or whatever they are.
Yeah,
that come
the
in?
Job Corps. They have people come in from all over the place. Not Alaska, Canada. Canada.
So do they arrange the volunteers, or do they hope that they're going to show up?
They have people that contact them.
Okay.
And they say, hey, can you use some volunteers? And they set it up for a week at a time. They came down here in a huge, like a Trailways bus.
Right.
They brought them all down, and they picked them up at 4 o'clock when the shift was over and took them back to where they were staying, and they'd bring them back the next day, and then at the end of the week, they'd take them back home.
And probably on their spring break. They probably bringing these kids down on this. Now, do we have to sign up in advance?
Yeah, and I'll tell you what you do. And I've already gone through the process. I wanted to make sure everything worked. If you go to the WEZL Morning Crew page at WEZL.com, right on that Morning Crew page, there is a Sea Island Habitat link that says volunteer here, and it'll tell you exactly what we need. I've already volunteered. I've already signed up myself for that Saturday to be there all day long, and she sent me an email back with the paperwork that I need to fill out. There is some paperwork you need to fill out. It takes about 5 minutes, and you just take it with you when you go on Saturday to sign in, whether it's the first shift or the second shift, and just coming out on Saturday the 19th. They'll have directions on how to get there and all the paperwork. You don't need to do anything except volunteer, and they will handle the rest.
Now, can you sign up a group if you've got like a men's coon hunting club at the Baptist Church?
That'd be great.
Could they all come over and work together?
Like I was saying, they need 35 volunteers for that first shift and 20 for the second. So what we're going to do is I'm going to keep in contact with Ann out there at Sea Island. And probably every Friday or so I'll touch base with her and see how we're doing with volunteers so we don't overbook.
And what's the date again?
It's Saturday, March the 19th. It's
March
a week
the 19th.
from this coming Saturday.
Just wanting to make sure we got it all taken care of.
Yeah, man, I'm really looking forward to it and get down there and help those guys out. And it's really a lot of fun. You get together and you have lots of laughs. And
they usually feed you pretty good, too.
Oh, man, well, yeah.
What are they doing for lunch? They need anybody to cook?
Well, normally you just bring your lunch or you go get something. I'm not sure if they're going to have food provided that day. They might be because they've also got some people coming in as part of a St. Patrick's Day build on that same project.
Is that St. Patrick's Day?
No, the 17th, I think, is St. Patrick's Day.
But is that the day they have all the parties and stuff?
Yeah,
okay.
Yeah.
So we're going to be competing with St. Patty?
No, St. Patrick's Day is the 17th, and we'll be there on the 19th.
Right.
On the Saturday after St. Patrick's Day.
Okay.
St. Patrick's Day will have already taken place.
No, you know what? They're doing all that stuff this weekend.
Oh, it is this weekend?
Yeah.
Like
That's
up at
the
North Charleston,
Yeah.
Park Circle,
That's
and all
this
that.
weekend. Yep.
Madre Rua is a little spot too. It amazes me that they have the power to shut down
the
that
block.
street.
Yeah.
Is there a bunch? Is North Charleston down there? Is that where a bunch of Irish people live? Is that like? I mean, are they like an Irish gang that controls the neighborhood up there?
Well,
Do they go around like store to store and say it's another $200? For
I don't want to get involved in this.
part of
I
the
heard-
association.
I heard the Osummies were from that area.
The Osummies are up-
Osummies, yeah.
Yeah. That's his real name,
the
you know.
Irish, The Irish Summies.
He took the O off of it when he ran for
Is
office.
that what he did?
Yeah.
I don't want to get involved in this.
Is that how that works?
I'm not.
Because we've asked them before if we could have a street party up there on East Montague, and they said no, that can't be done. That can't. But then
Yeah, we gotta
Madre
know the
Rua
right
does
people.
this, huh?
You got to know the right people.
Well, I called the same people who were putting this one on.
All I can say is Alan Coker is the consigliere.
Well, I don't care where he goes to church. He should allow us to. Well, that'll be a party. What time does that all start Saturday? Do you know?
I think everybody gets over at Elliot Summey's house about noon, and then we're all going to drive over.
So it starts at noon at
Starts
Elliot
at
Summey's
noon
house.
at Elliot's house.
Everybody should go to Elliot Summey's house at
First,
noon.
yeah, and then we'll head.
Is
on
that where
over.
you guys put on your skirts and the bagpipes and all?
Yes, I'll be dressed like a leprechaun.
Oh, you do. You're the leprechaun.
I'm the leprechaun.
Being chased by a bunch of men in kilts with carrying telephone poles.
I might have something Saturday now that I say it out loud.
They do things different up there in North Charleston.
Wow.
Because, it's controlled by the Irish mob. That's what Rick just said. Did you hear about that?
The Osummies.
The Osami 651.
Now, Weasel Total Traffic from the Gerald's Tire.